What's up, everybody? I'm so excited because I'm coming to you guys. It happens to be Friday, but whenever you listen to this, it might be on a Wednesday, it might be on a Thursday, Saturday, whatever. Whenever you see this, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Listen, I'm so excited. I'm on here right now. Let me go ahead and put those banners up. And I'm on here, so I should say welcome. Make sure I'm doing welcome. Okay, yes, welcome Lincoln, Facebook, and YouTube, because that's what we're on right now. And I got a fabulous guest. I've had her on many times. She's a very good friend of mine. She's also an actor, producer, director of a movie that we're both in. And so she's going to give us like a little teaser. She can't say much, but I want her on here to give it out of her mouth and her words and everything. I'm excited, guys. I really am. So let's get into the show. Listen. All right. Facebook, I wanted to give you a little teaser to let you know that I'm on tonight. But if you would like to see the entire show for tonight, you guys have to come over to YouTube. Yeah, you got to come over to YouTube. And that happens to be the YouTube right there, which is youtube.com/theDeeDeeWalkerLiveShow. You'll see the entire thing. And YouTube Lincoln will see the entire thing. So I will do a show, though, that is just my Facebook page or just my Lincoln page, and then sometimes just my YouTube page. But I just wanted to let you guys know. Plus, I found out I had this little gadget and I wanted to show it off. All right, guys. So I'm getting ready to drop out of Facebook. I'm getting ready to drop out of Lincoln. You guys follow me over to YouTube so you can see the full show where I'm interviewing Aime Alozo. So let's get it on. Let's get it on. All right. Peace. Okay, I think I'm still on Lincoln. I'm gonna have to say bye to Lincoln too. Bye, Lincoln. Okay. Now I'm just on YouTube. So I want to go ahead and invite this young lady on here now. Her name is Aime Alozo. We're going to talk about her movie in Mexico. We're going to talk about another project she's on. And maybe she got something else going on that she's going to share with us. So what's up, Aime?
Hi,
How
Dee
you
Dee, how are you? I'm doing really well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I love the hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Well, you guys, you heard me. You said this is Aime Alozo. I told you, she's a director, producer, what else? An actress. She's many more. So I'm going to go ahead and let you tell everybody who may not have saw our last interviews who you are.
Sure. So as Dee Dee said, I'm Aime Alozo, and yes, I am an actor. I'm a SAG-AFTRA actor. I'm a director, producer, screenwriter. I've done it all. Like I've done costume design, set design, lighting design, sound design. But I mainly concentrate now on acting and directing and producing. I've also done photography. I love to do photography. I have a YouTube channel that's just starting off. I have some shorts where basically what I do is I kind of take you on trips, like wherever I go, I do a little video as if you were looking at what I'm looking at.
Wow.
So it's really from,
I like that.
Yeah, it's from like the viewer's perspective. Once in a while you'll see me, but overall I'm trying to, give people experiences as well. So we recently, as Dee Dee said, worked on a movie that was filmed in Mexico. And that was an experience.
It was hot. It was hot.
It was so hot. Let me tell you.
I lost weight, guys, walking in the heat.
Yeah, we both did. And, it was so hot that it felt like your skin had a layer of honey on it all the time. That's the
And
best
it's
way
just
I could
melting
describe it.
down.
It's like, oh, sticky. And you take a shower, and like an hour later,
Later, it didn't
it
matter.
felt the same. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
do that. But it was very exciting to be there to work with Dee Dee on this project, in which I'm acting, I'm producing, and co-directing. And so there were a lot of scenes that I was fortunate enough to direct. There are a lot of scenes that I don't direct because I have to act in it as well. And so basically, it's a remake of an old movie that we got the rights for. I can't tell you
Mm,
too much right now, but we're going to continue to film in the near future because we
mhm,
still have like a lot of scenes to do.
mhm.
And we're very excited because it is coming out so nice. The camera that we're
Oh,
using is just amazing.
yes,
Um,
yes.
it's like every
Mm,
time we would watch the dailies at the end of the day, it was
mhm.
just like wow.
Wow,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
the product that we're looking at is not edited, it's not color corrected, and it was still looking pretty good. So I'm very hopeful that it's going to look really nice in the end. And plus the
Yeah.
story, I like the story. It's a comedy, so I love
Yes,
comedy.
yes, yes, yes. I have to say I'm honored to be in it because I had so much fun and the cast became like family. So
Yeah.
we would get up in the morning and go sit down and eat and crack up and laugh, and then next thing you know we was like bops right into it. Long
Mhm.
days, long days.
Yeah. Yeah, very long days. And, usually as an actor, you expect to have long days, but when you're an actor and a director,
Mhm.
you don't sleep. Like I was running on
Oh,
fumes. That's how much
yeah,
work it is. It was
yeah.
just, one thing after another. You did your part, you acted, and then now you got to go check the scenes, and you got to go
Mhm.
do scenes with other people and
Mm.
set up and break down, checking that their
Yeah.
costumes look good.
Mm.
It was
It's a lot.
labor of love for sure, labor of love. But that comment that you made about how we became family, I mean,
Mm.
every morning it was this huge table for
Yes.
everybody, cast,
Mhm.
crew. We had
Mhm.
different people uh,
Mhm.
working with us, and we'd all sit together
Mhm.
and have breakfast and
Yeah.
just talk and laugh.
Yes. Yes.
It was amazing,
We
amazing.
had a good time. I know I did. I had a wonderful time, and it was a great experience. And it was like a double whammy for me because it was in Mexico, and it was like out of the states where I'm usually acting and everything, and so the native people were just awesome, just beautiful, beautiful people, very friendly, humble, and like that made the trip really nice. Plus, doing what you love to do, acting as well. That was nice.
Yeah, and the other thing is that I remember, Dee Dee, you
Mm.
were getting in touch with your Hispanic roots while we were there.
Yes, honey. So, for those who don't know, I am part Cuban and Jamaican. So, a lot of times you'll see a hashtag Afro Cuban. That's me. And it was nice because I learned a couple of Spanish words. I felt really proud of that. It felt like home. It was like, oh my gosh, because my grandmothers were the last of our family that spoke Spanish, and we never learned. So when they passed away, that whole generation passed away with us. So it was really nice. And your mom and your dad, which was there on the set, was like, what do I call Papa Wilbur and call
Yeah,
Mama? I
yep.
loved it.
It was pretty amazing, and
Hmm.
the fact that you're able to connect with your Latin roots.
That was nice. Oh
I'm
my
sure.
gosh.
I remember you were telling me about how you had these memories. So we were
Mhm.
talking a lot about your childhood memories with your
Mhm.
grandmother. And
Yes.
so that felt really special for me because
Mhm.
you and I were able to connect on a
Mhm.
different level when we were taking
Yeah.
walks to different
Yeah.
locations to
Yeah.
film. And
Yeah.
we didn't have a lot of transportation. So sometimes, like, you'd end up waiting a long time for an Uber.
Or
And so we were like,
yeah.
you know what? Let's just walk.
Now the Uber, it was called a Didi, right? Didi or
Yeah.
Titi. Or I
Yeah, it
kept
was a
putting. They were
dude.
talking about me. I'm like, huh? No, I'm not
You're
gonna do
like,
that.
what?
I'm not doing
Wait,
that.
wait, wait. Who, me?
Me.
Wait a minute. What? Yeah.
Speaking about that, a couple because I put up um a YouTube short, and the YouTube short, I'm like, looking at myself in the makeup, and in the background is "Watch out for the grass holes, watch out for the grass holes." So I
Oh
thought
my
that
God.
that's an inside joke. You guys will never know
Yes. We won't tell for a couple
what
of
the
years,
grass holes are.
but it was hysterical. Yeah, we came up with a
Hysterical.
lot of catchphrases that we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
using.
Mr. Boom
Yes,
Operator.
boom operator. Because, sound is very important. So
Yeah.
a lot of times people think, oh, I got to get the best camera in order to
Mhm.
film, and the camera and the lenses and the camera and the lenses. And I'm like,
Mhm.
listen, you can have crappy lenses, a crappy
Mhm.
camera, but if your audio is not good, you look like an amateur. So that's why,
Really.
we kept just like, where's the boom operator? Wait
The boom operator, where are you at?
a
The boom
minute.
operator be like, I'm coming.
Yeah, so that it was a lot of funny things that happened, a lot of, like,
Hmm.
inside jokes that we have now. And overall, we had a good bonding
Yeah,
experience.
it was
At
nice.
one point, like, it was like actors were coming and going. And so when we got there at first, just like the whole cast and crew, and there's like people everywhere. And then we would shoot certain scenes, and a couple
Hmm.
actors would leave. And then we'd shoot a couple other scenes, and more actors would leave.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. It
yeah,
was a lot. It was a
it
lot.
was. And then it
It
got
was.
to the point where it was just like, I had scenes to do with this one actor, the main actor, and Dee Dee. So it was like, just me and Dee Dee left as far as actors from the US. And so
Yeah, it was
we
like
ended up
everybody's going.
in the same room, sharing a room. So that
Oh
was fun
gosh.
too.
But that was fun. That was fun. And I'm sure all actors out there, when you're doing mainly like an independent movie, and you're doing, and if you want that to work, you're doing all you can do. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
sharing rooms, whatever you need to do. You there to
Oh,
help.
and then the food. That was the other thing.
Yes.
Oh, luckily we were walking everywhere and
Yeah.
carrying heavy equipment and all kinds of
Hmm.
stuff. And so that helped us because we were eating, oh my gosh, so good, so much food. And
So
it wasn't,
much food. Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
and it wasn't like stuff that we were used to eating. This was like
Hmm.
typical Mexican food from that region.
Yes,
So that was an incredible
I'm gonna tr-
experience.
I'm gonna try to see if I could pull some of that up. I'm gonna while you're talking. You know what? I should have done that before, just to show you guys the food and stuff like that. I just wanted to show you. It's all on my phone, and I wanted to bring it up and everything. Overall, it was an amazing experience. I can't wait until it actually comes out. And guys, I spoke a little Spanish in the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I shouldn't have said anything because I don't know if I can bring it up now.
Well,
Oh.
maybe later we can post it. Keep everybody interested, so we'll come back.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We'll come back with pictures and everything, and maybe we can have some more of the cast members actually come on with us. That'll be nice.
That would
Yeah,
be
that'd
nice.
be really nice. Sorry, guys. I didn't think about bringing the pictures up, but when she started mentioning, I started thinking about some of the pictures. Maybe I could try to figure out. I just don't want in the middle of our interview we get cut off and we gotta do
Yeah, it'll be
everything.
like,
Oh, that'd be horrible.
but I can tell him a couple of the things that you liked that you had. I
Oh,
remember a couple. I know
I,
the drink that you really liked, and it was
horchata.
non-alcoholic, but it was
Yes.
very typical of that area of Mexico. And it was what, Didi? What was it called?
Was it ochata? Ochata.
Horchata. Yes,
Ochata. Yes. Yes.
it
I
was
love
really
that.
good. We all liked it, and especially because of the heat. It had ice in it, and I kept saying, "Don't drink the ice, guys. Don't drink the ice, just in case."
But
But
you know,
everybody was
I didn't
so
get
hot.
sick. I didn't get sick. I thought I was going to get sick, and I did not get sick. Not at all.
Yeah, thank goodness, because that's the only thing that worried me. Because from drinking so much horchata, it has ice in it,
I'm
and
looking for the pictures.
so
Yeah,
it's like, ugh.
it was delicious. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Plus I learned a couple of Spanish word like crema. Am I saying it right?
yes,
Yes, yes. And what else? What else? Oh my god. Now I can't think about it because I said that I know. Let me see if I got one picture
the
that'll
pressure,
be
the
okay.
pressure.
The pressure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I get the right picture because you don't want to put the
Oh,
wrong
you think you
picture.
can do it? You think you can do it?
I might be able to. I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out. Um, shoot, I got so many. You know what, y'all? I take so many selfies. Y'all know it, so I'm not even gonna be ashamed of it. I don't care. It's look. It's the way it is. I take the selfies, and I got millions of it, and it's like ridiculous right now. Oh my god, it's gonna take
So,
forever. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Oh, here's one picture. It's a
are you
black and white
filming?
picture. I
Let's
think
see.
you might like. Here's that's Fish Friday with the fam. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I got so many pictures of I'm getting excited because I just found one. And here's another one of um Robert, Manuela, you and
Oh,
me.
well,
You
don't
and
don't put
me.
don't put people on there, Didi, because we're not ready to announce who's who and
Oh,
what.
okay, okay, okay. Well, then that's the case. Then I don't have the pictures. I thought I had food or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I thought you were gonna put was pictures of
Okay.
food.
Oh,
I'm like,
all
put
right. I
pictures of
found
food.
the food, and you can explain it. I found it. I found it, and I found yeah, I found it. I found a couple of them, and okay, it's gonna do the little circle thing. It's gonna take forever, or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay.
So, so tell me about the experience from your perspective. Like,
Oh,
what did you think about being there and filming? Like, any insight
oh my
about
God. Let
acting?
It was okay. First of all, I'm gonna start with the acting. I want to thank you, Amy, for giving me the opportunity to be in this because, and I won't get into the reasons, but she knows the exact reason what I'm talking about. But I want to thank her so much for even allowing me to be in this movie. My experience from flying there to flying back was phenomenal. Let me tell you, the last time I was in an airplane was a long time ago when I went to Jamaica, which was in 2005, I think it was. So from
Wow.
2005 until 2022, am I saying this right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2022, yeah. It's a long time for even being up in the give me one that came up. But being in the air, which was really nice. And then it was like it was like it was the culture was like when you went from even from Texas when we landed in Houston to when we got to Mexico, the culture was so different, and everybody was just so friendly, even down to the ladies that were cleaning our room. They were awesome. The filming experience was nice because not only did I get to act, I did some other things like boom operator and stuff like that, and holding the lights and a little bit of directing was not that much, just a teeny bit of directing. Of course, Amy and her father did a phenomenal job on that. But The whole experience, staying in Mexico, even down to where we went into town
Hmm.
and we saw the ladies dancing. What is that called again when they dance?
La
Um,
Jarana. They were dancing La Jarana.
yes, that was nice. And they do this like what, every Sunday or something like that? Or what is
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
They have these I don't know, performances, I guess, uh, every Sunday so that the family can go to the downtown area and just enjoy.
Mhm.
It's all free, so you don't have to have money to see
Mhm.
these performances.
Mhm.
And then you get to walk around, and it's like it's in a plaza, and then you have like stores all around the
Mhm.
plaza. So the plaza is like a square. Imagine there's like a
Mhm.
little park in the
Mhm.
middle, and it's a square, and then every block across the street there's stores.
Mhm.
So you can go to the ice cream shop, you can go to the pharmacy, you can
Mhm.
go to a restaurant, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's what they do on Sunday.
That right there with the experiences of seeing that. And let me tell you something. I've only saw it on TV, and I've seen these movies where they're either it's action or drama, whatever, and they're in the different country and everybody's dancing on the street and stuff like that. I'm like, nah, yeah, that only happens in movies, but it happened. I was like, wow, because even after the professional dancers were dancing, then they allow the people in the audience to dance, which I got up and danced a little bit. And then after
Oh,
that,
wait. I gotta tell that story.
and then open up some can of worms. Woo,
It
honey.
was really, really cool. So, we're all standing there enjoying the dancing, and then the professional dancers
Yeah,
finish,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they start playing music, and they're playing like, kind of like Spanish music, like salsa
Mhm.
and cha-cha and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then, boy, these guys were like coming over, like, may I dance with you? And they all wanted to dance with Dee Dee. Yeah.
Look, I had a good time. I'm gonna tell you one thing. One of them was dancing. I was so tired, and I kept looking at him like, "Okay, the song is over. The song is over."
You're
And then
like,
started beginning. He started dancing. I'm like, "Oh Jesus!"
not another song, please,
Yeah,
no.
like the song is too long. I'm
Yeah,
tired. It's hot,
yeah.
but I enjoyed myself. That to me was really nice. The whole experience of that, from acting to the hotel experience, it was really beautiful. The hotel we stayed in was, what was it? Family owned, or was it family owned?
I think so. I think it was
Okay,
family owned.
yeah.
But what was really cool? I learned something.
Mhm.
So when people, guys were coming out and asking you to dance and everything, I was like, oh, how do I keep myself from having anybody ask me? So I took out my camera and I was just like, ooh, let me film Dee Dee. So I got video. I got video of Dee Dee doing the dancing on the street, but I won't show you because not yet, not yet.
Not yet, guys. I'm not ready for the
Maybe in
video.
the bloopers. Maybe we'll put it in the bloopers.
Maybe the bloopers. I'll be okay with the bloopers.
Yes, yes. It
But it
was
was
really
so
cool.
much fun. I really enjoyed myself. But we
Yeah,
can sit here and talk about that forever. Let's do a part two on that when you come back. Because
sure.
at the part
When we
two,
can
we
say
probably,
more about it,
yeah, when we
will
finish
come back.
filming and stuff, because it's still in production and we had a ball. There's another movie. What is it, a movie or is it a series?
Oh my gosh, yes. So it is a series. It's
Okay.
called One Way In, No Way Out. It
Ooh.
actually started as a book, and the author of the book wanted to turn it into either a movie or a series. And so, because the story is so rich in complexity, the author decided to make it a series. So,
Mm-hmm.
we did an episode, and episodes are kind of short sometimes. So, we submitted to several short film festivals,
Mm-hmm.
and we got awards. We got awards for it. So
Congratulations.
thank
Nice.
you. Yeah, yeah. One of them, one of the
Here's the
awards we
flower.
got was
Oh no, that's the wrong one. I want to talk about them too. I want to talk about. I love that couple. I love them. I was going to talk about them. I don't pop the wrong one. Oh, here it is. I got it. Box.
Oh yeah, look, there I am. I'm the one with the blonde hair. You can see me right there. Yes,
Oh
and so all of the people in the production are in the industry already. They've been doing, other things, and it was just a really wonderful ensemble to work with. And we got awards for, like, best ensemble cast, and different types of awards from film festivals. And there was one that was in France, and I was so
wow.
excited, and I really wanted to fly out to France. I came
Shoot, I would have
really,
flew with you, honey.
girl, we would have gone, but unfortunately, I had other commitments and I couldn't take the time off. So it is what it is. But at least we were accepted by the film festival, and I believe we won. I believe we won an award there too. So now, fast forward, we're going to have a premiere. It's like the very first screening of the series, and it's going to be at the Astoria Kaufman Studios, which is historic in itself. This is one of the big studios that a lot of the TV shows use to film at in New York City. So that's going to be happening in the month of December. And it's by producer invitation only. So,
Ooh.
yeah, there's going to be a lot of people from the industry coming to take a look at the final product. And so I'm excited
I'm sure
about
you guys
that. And I want to say the author of the book is Malcolm Boyd. And when I was doing my radio show, for those of you that listened to my radio show, I had him as a guest at one point to talk about his book. And so then he decided to turn it into a film. And I auditioned and I got the part of Nikki. And
Ooh.
Nikki is something else, girl. Let me tell you. She's really a fun character to play because she is so different from me,
Oh wow.
completely different. I mean, oh my gosh, where do I start? She's trouble. She's a lot of trouble. She doesn't have a stable environment. And she drinks a lot. I'm a great.
Which
I
is
never
completely
have.
opposite of you because you
Yeah.
don't drink at all. Not at
No,
all.
not at all, not at all. And even when I was young, I remember like going to frat parties in college, and everybody would be getting drunk, and I was the only sober one. And so I would be the one dancing, because that's one thing I love to dance. Love to dance. And so I would be the one, out on the dance floor first, or I'd be the one on top of the table dancing.
And
And
no liquor inside you, but you on top of the table.
I was on top of the table, girl, and everybody would be like,
Woo! Pepsi Cola.
how many have you had? And I would be like cracking
None.
up and saying, I didn't drink. And they were like, yeah, sure you did it. And then the next morning, this was the best part. Next morning, I'd be like, and you, Missy,
You
I
did
saw
this.
you, and you were doing this, this, and this, and you over there, you were doing this, this, and this. And they'd be like, oh, what? Wait, I did that? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. And I got the pictures to prove it.
Pictures to prove it. I'm going to say
Yeah.
one quick story, and I'm going to let you get back to this. And this, my kids always say, I'm going to blackmail you with this, Mom. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there so nobody can blackmail a sister. So it was my son's 21st birthday, and his birthday is on on my birthday. So we decided to celebrate it together. And I am not a drinker at all.
Mhm.
And they were giving me Long Island iced teas and some other stuff. I don't even know what the heck I was drinking. At the one point, I don't even remember. They said I fell in the bushes and all this other good stuff. Yes. And so the next morning, I got this horrible headache, and I'm like, I'll never drink again, never ever. And they're like, they were doing what you say, and you, and I was like, what? Me?
You're
Look at the
like,
bushes. Look at the bushes.
oh my gosh. That must have been funny. Like I know that we're talking about it and we're like, okay, so she was in the bushes. But if you know Dee Dee, okay, for her to be like in the bushes, falling down, like that must have been hysterical.
Look, they laugh about it to this day. My son, when his friends were like, I think one of his friends came over or whatever, and they were like, "What did you do for your 21st birthday?" He looks at me. He said, "Pull my mom out the bushes." I'm like, "What?"
Oh,
For me to be falling. That's
you're like,
why I can't handle alcohol. And they were giving me Long Island iced teas, and I probably was drinking it like Kool-Aid.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's the
yeah,
problem.
yeah. I was
That
drinking
a
like,
lot of people
this is
don't realize
good.
this. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
and it
like,
kind of
oh,
snuck up on
yeah,
me.
it's only iced tea, what's the big deal?
I
Yeah.
can have one more. It's I'm from Long Island, sure. No.
Long Island, please. Yeah, take me to
Yeah.
Long Island. Wait up. Another Long Island,
Another Long.
please. The New York accent comes out. Yeah, bring me another Long Island, please.
Yeah, bring me another Long Island, please, because I need it right now, really. I
Oh,
really
that
do, Jesus.
look
Oh,
at you. Look at you.
God.
So that must
So,
be really funny.
yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Do
So
they have
I'm like,
pictures?
huh?
Do they have pictures?
Pictures? Huh?
Do the kids have pictures of you
I'm
following in the
sure.
bushes?
No, 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 no. We don't have pictures.
Ah!
Mm-mm.
I'm like, I'm gonna call them up and be like, "Can I see
I
those
think that was
pictures?
before Facebook
I
Live. If
want to
that
see those pictures."
and it will show you too. Yes, Auntie here.
I know, right? It'd be
No,
like,
we're not
it'd
gonna
be
do
like, it'd
that.
be like, it'd be like, shh.
But you know something? Thank God Facebook Live and all of these live streams was not it wasn't up and going at the time because or I think if anything, my kids would have put me on World Star or something. It would like
Oh,
look at my mama.
oh my gosh.
It's
You would have,
oh go ahead. No.
no, I was gonna say you would have been like trying to scrub the internet of any images of that.
Yeah, take that down. My kids would have been inventive. They would have did it in slow motion. Oh.
Ah, oh
They
my
said that I just
god.
laid on top of the bush.
Oh my gosh. That's
I was
funny.
like, what? You know, yeah, war story. So I figured I'd tell it before it comes out.
There you go. Get ahead of it.
Get
Yes,
a
that's a
hold of
good
it.
thing. Yes.
Well, Amy, I want to get to the question of the day. Are you finished with your story with talking about the movie, y'all? Well, no, I
Uh,
didn't ask you one thing. Like, when's it coming out? What's going on with it?
so I don't know when it'll be available for the public to view.
Okay, I got you.
But like I said, we are going to have a screening
Mm-hmm.
in December. So it'll be you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, when I get more info, I will definitely let you know. And there's other episodes that we still have to film. So I'm
Oh,
excited about that too. Yeah,
yes, I
it's
am
it's
too.
really nice.
I am so proud of you. Matter of fact, let me pull up before we go into the question today. I'm going to pull up. Is it okay? Can I pull up your IMDb?
Oh, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. This lady is phenomenal. Like, look at this. Okay, let me go. I have to go to the actual thing to see. Okay, so there's her trailer demo. I would play it if I could. These are all the people that she interacts with. That she knows one way or the other. Here's the movies that she's. Oh my God, Amy! I didn't even know you was in all of this stuff. Oh my God, you're
And
freaking
to be
amazing.
honest, that doesn't even highlight like half of the things that I've done because Just a little inside secret for everyone. When you are working background, you don't put that on your IMDb. But I have worked on, oh my gosh, so many shows. And in some of these shows, like you'll actually see me on camera, and you'll see me, with the main actors, walking next to them or in front of them or sitting, hanging out with them.
I
But you
watched
don't
a
put
couple of
that.
TV shows and Amy was in it. I was like, because I know her, she's my really good friend. I'm like, oh, there's Amy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I've worked on The Equalizer, Law and Order SVU, Law and Order Organized Crime, Law and Order,
Wow.
the regular one that just came back.
Hmm.
I've worked on New Amsterdam. I've worked on Blue Bloods and a bunch of movies. Actually, there's a movie coming out. It's called She Said, and I worked on that one. There's
Wow.
another movie coming out with Reese Witherspoon and Ashton Kutcher, and I
Wow.
worked on that. That was called Your Place in Mine. And it's so funny because I make jokes because, a lot of times they hire me with my car. And so I tell people, yeah, my car is more famous than I am because
It
I
is.
find pictures,
I've
yeah,
seen that car in so many movies.
I find pictures of my car online. I'm like, oh, there's my car again. If it were a person, I'd be like, yo, man, come on now.
Why are you stealing all my thunder? What's going on with you?
Yeah, stop competing with me. But
She's competing with her car. That is so cute. I love it.
yeah, but yeah, so I've been very fortunate, and I get to work. Even now I'm working, doing things behind the camera.
Hmm.
So I've been, filming a lot in the past. I think it's been like 7 months now. I've
Hmm.
been working behind the scenes, doing camera work,
Hmm.
and getting paid for it. So
Wow.
I enjoy it. I enjoy all of it,
Wow.
front
That's
camera.
amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, um, I want to get to the question of the day, but I accidentally clicked on this one picture. But being that I clicked on it, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it real fast.
Yes.
This lady right here, okay, Miss Gemini Talks, right? She has a YouTube channel, and basically what she does is well, I don't know about now. She said she was gonna change it up a little bit, but what she does is she talks about the other YouTubers, with their drama, whatever. She puts it in her perspective, which is really good. It's not distasteful, it's not grimy or anything. So I really love her show. You guys follow her and let her know that Dee Dee told you to go and stop on by. But anyway, she just had twins and she got
Oh,
married and then she had twins. That's her handsome husband. She had a boy and a girl.
oh
Oh my goodness,
wow.
you should have seen her stomach. It was freaking huge. She's so
Yeah.
beautiful. She is so kind. Every time I comment her stuff, she comments back. She's all about
Oh,
support. So I definitely have to support her. So that's why her picture. I follow her on social media and everything. And she to me, she's phenomenal. She really is. If she can act, I'll put her in some movies. I'm trying to tell you. So
oh,
I put
that's
up the
so
picture
sweet.
before. So, and if you go on to YouTube and you follow her that whole picture with her saying something is up there. You guys check her out. She's pretty cool.
Nice. Oh, that's really sweet, Dee Dee. That's
Yeah.
the one thing about you that everybody should know, that Dee Dee is like the kindest person that you
Oh,
can
thank
ever
you,
meet.
Mama. Thank you, Mama. And so you. This is good people right here. Me and her click. We started writing a movie together, and from that moment on, we were like two sisters from another mother, honey. We were like, I do that too. You do that.
Yes,
And we've
yes.
been friends ever since. And even meeting her extended family, I felt at home. Beautiful people. My people love her and everything. I know I'm all over the map. There was one more thing because people say you always leave out stuff. You say something and you leave it out. The food.
Mhm.
Remember we talked about the food? And so this is all the other stuff has other people in it. So I don't want to post that, but I'm sure you can explain this.
I'm trying to see what it is.
It's some kind of
Oh, yes, yes. So this is, I think it's called marzipan. and
Mhm.
it's a candy. And so, how do I explain it? It's kind of it's a sweet, of course. It's
Extremely sweet,
doughy.
guys. Yeah.
It's
It's
doughy,
tastes
but
like pure sugar.
yeah, it's doughy, but it's a little gritty as well.
Mhm.
And they make it into different shapes, which to me is pretty amazing. Like the
Mhm.
artwork that goes into this candy, that basically you're just gonna eat it. I mean, look how beautiful the colors are, and look how
Mhm.
beautiful the little stem is.
Yeah, it's
And
gorgeous.
oh, more food. Is that from us in Mexico?
No, no, yeah, that's from Mexico.
Oh.
Cause remember, we went to that, I forgot what it's called. It was like a flea market, and you got your shoes that those lady
Yes, yes,
remember, you got the
yes,
shoes? And so
yes,
I took a picture of this, and you
yes,
were like, you can only get this here in Mexico." I was like, "For
yes.
real?" So I got excited, I took a picture
Oh
of it.
yeah, yeah, I see it now. So it's called a market. So, it's very interesting. This is what I always tell people. If you've traveled enough, you start to see a lot of similarities. So everywhere you go, like for example, I talk a lot about France because I love France. And when you go to France, they have the market. It's the same concept. Like you go and they have like all the vegetables and the fruit that are in season. And then they sell other things, like they'll sell
Mhm,
shoes and clothing. And, so you go to this one market to get
mhm,
everything that you need.
mhm, mhm,
And, people like to buy their food fresh. So
mhm,
if you're going to cook something for tonight, you're going to go to the market today, like after
mm,
work in the afternoon, and, or, maybe a day or two in advance. But yeah, that's how they do it in a lot of countries. They just have the market. In fact, I was talking to a relative about Germany,
mhm,
and she was telling me that it's the same thing in Germany. Like they have these, open markets that you walk through, and like they'll sell like hot apple cider during Christmas.
mm.
And it's the same thing. Everywhere you go, everybody has a market. Oh, oh my
Woo,
gosh.
honey, I love it. We hunted that down.
Ooh,
I saw the lady eating it, and I was like, "I want it."
yeah, that was like the best way to describe it is kind of like an Italian ice, because
Mhm,
it's like flavored liquid,
mhm,
but it's frozen, and then that stuff on top
mhm.
is chili pepper.
Which, by the way, chili powder, chili pepper is on all the food. It's
Yeah.
it's it's on mangoes, on corn, and it's freaking delicious. Okay,
Yes.
I look.
Yeah.
The other day, I bought some watermelon. I cut it up and I put chili powder on it.
Ooh, look
It
at
was good.
you.
I was like, "Mhm." My kids are
Yeah,
like, "What are you like, taste this?" They're like, "Ooh." I'm like, "Uh-huh. Yeah."
it's very good. Yes. Oh wow, I'm so glad you found those pictures, because it
Yeah.
brings back the memories.
Yes, yes. Imma tell you what, I really enjoyed myself. So, I wanna get to the question of the night. So, I even did, like, a little thing, so bear with me. It's like, "Dee question, it comes up. Hold on, here it is.
Okay.
Oop, oop, oop. I thought I did something wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I'm doing too much, guys. I'm doing too much.
And
Let
that's
me
another thing, guys. Dee Dee is amazing. Dee Dee, like, she'll call me and she'll say, "Hey, there's this new platform, and it does this, this, and that." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, tell me more. Like, how does it work? And how do I get out?" And she's like, "And then you do this, and then you click that, and oh, and it does this magnificent stuff." And I'm like, "Wow."
look,
And
look.
then I get on the show with her, and she'll be like having graphics and changing colors and doing slideshows, and I'm like, this woman is amazing. But the funny part is that she'll call me and she'll be like, "I don't know how to do that." I'm like, "Yes, you do.
I'm
Yes,
like,
you
I'm like,
can.
but Amy, look. She's like, oh my God.
I'm like, hold on, wait. I figured some stuff out, so I'll explain it to you. And then
Yeah.
she'll come back with something completely new. She is a trendsetter, let me tell you.
So I'm going to do that question of the day. This one is something simple. I talked about it a little on my because I got live. I call it live face happy, where I was on live 24 hours on my Facebook on my fan page. I know they're like, oh my God, here she comes again. But
24
anyway,
hours
no, no,
live?
no. I'm just joking. It was like
Oh, I was
22,
gonna say, you know what? Let's do it. We should try to do that.
like a
That would be
24.
amazing.
You know what we should do? Like when you come here or I go there, and like while we're walking around, we'll have it on live eating the whole day. So be live with Dee Dee and Amy. Oh, that'll be so much fun.
That would
You
be
know we're
really
gonna do it,
fun.
right? You know we're gonna do
Yes.
it. Even if you're like in New York or I'm here or something like that, it'll be really fun. So
Yeah,
that'll be. Oh
we
my
should try
God.
it. Kind of
Hmm.
like when we were kids, pulling all-nighter. They'd be like,
I
"Oh,
know.
I'm awake.
Hoping I'm not asleep.
I'm not sleeping. I'm just resting my eyes."
I'm just messing my eyes. Okay, I know everybody's like, okay, Dee Dee, the question. All right, so I talked about it earlier. So one of my inboxers inboxed me and they were like,
Mhm.
Dee Dee, how do you feel if, let's say, you're dating somebody or you get me get married to them and they're 9 months pregnant from another man's, like they're pregnant from another guy, but they're now marrying you? How do you feel? And then vice versa. Would you date a guy that has a girlfriend that's 9 months pregnant? He broke up with her, and now he's dating you. Like, how would you feel about it? So, answer part one. Go ahead.
Oh my God. She had to give me the hardest question ever, you know? Um, you know, so that's really difficult because it depends on the relationship that the two people have. The person that you're with, or the man who's with this woman
Hmm.
who now has another ex who's going to give birth. It can be very tricky. It can cause
Hmm.
problems. It can cause
Yeah.
jealousy. It can
Yeah.
cause, distrust.
Hmm.
Because now I know that, you have this child on the way. So how is that going to affect my relationship with you?
Exactly. Hmm.
So I think that I would have to ask myself questions and say, am I comfortable enough with this?
Hmm.
One. Two, am I mature enough to handle this?
Right.
And
Takes a lot of
three,
maturity on that one.
yeah, three, am I okay? And am I going to do the right things for the child?
Hmm.
Because, forget the adults. This poor child is coming into the world, and the child didn't ask to be in this type of situation. So you have to be mature enough to be able to understand that the child comes first, and that everybody has to do their part for the child. So are you, or am I, if I were the person, am I ready for that type of responsibility?
Right.
I read an article about Jennifer Aniston. She talked about her infertility issues, and
Oh.
people used to criticize her and say, oh, Brad Pitt left her because she put her career before having kids, and he left her because he wanted to have kids. And that was a lie, but it was really
Mm.
hurtful. So then you'd have to ask yourself, in that situation, like she did, am I
Hmm.
ready for children? So she said that it's no longer an issue. She knows that she's not going to have any children. She's okay with it. And that painful aspect of not being able to conceive is, in the past. And so you'd have to think and say, well, am I ready? Do I want children? Because in essence, you're going to become a parent to this child. So, do you want children? Are you okay with having to take care of somebody else's child? Because if you're going to stay with this man or woman, you're going to have to be a parent to this child. And that's never easy. I'll be honest with you. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Some of the work that I did in the past, I worked with families who were not living together. So, it would be like either mom had custody of the kids and dad would visit, or dad would have custody of kids and mom would visit. And always when either one of them got another relationship, it
Mm-hmm.
would turn into fireworks and it would affect the children. So that's why the person that you're with, if you're the woman who's pregnant, the person that you're with has to be mature enough to understand that you're going to have a lot of interaction with this other man, and vice versa, you know. So it's
That
tough.
is, yeah, that's the you pointed out a lot of good value points that when I was talking about it earlier, I didn't even think about that. Jealousy plays a big factor because when you start dating somebody, you have that butterfly feeling, and then you all you want to do is spend time with that person because you're so madly in love, or you think you're in love at the time, and then there's another person coming along, then now you got to share what you think is your private affection with this other person that you haven't really bonded with. See, that's another thing. You haven't bonded with the
Yeah.
baby. So I'm
Yeah.
sure afterwards you'll probably bond with the baby, but it's kind of your human nature to kind of feel that way. So I would to answer I hope I spelled it all right because you know my spelling's bad. Would you date a pregnant woman from another man? Yeah, I did it. Good. Yeah. Did it spell it right? I was typing and talking at the same time. That's what that's what the inbox wanted to know. And so I don't know if they're in that situation or not. They asked me not to say their names. Normally I wouldn't say their names unless they say, please say my name. And then I
Yeah.
would. So I don't know if they're in that situation or not, but um
I
Miss
would
Amy
say
Alonso has a good point here.
also, oh, well, I'm sorry to interrupt, but
Oh no.
I would say also I would recommend that they go to therapy, because you're going to
Yeah.
need an outside person to help you through this process.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tough one, and if you yourself, like, in the situation that they told you, it's a man who is going to be with a woman who's pregnant from some other man.
Mm-hmm.
So, you may have to go to therapy to navigate some of the challenges that you're going to have. And
Mm-hmm.
it's good to have somebody who's neutral to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
to try and resolve those issues. There's actually a movie that comes to mind. It's called Les Divorce, that
Oh.
came out a long time ago. And it takes
Oh.
place in France. Love France, that
I
takes
want
place
to
in
go to
France.
France.
Yes,
Oh.
definitely. We got to plan it. So anyway, in the story, it's this American woman that marries a French man. She moves to France, and then her sister comes to visit because she's pregnant. And then her husband leaves her for another woman, and
Ooh.
she eventually starts dating another man, but she's pregnant. So it's very
Mm-hmm.
challenging situation.
Yeah,
And,
it
and then
is.
I always say, and I know this sounds crazy, but I always say, is there any possibility that you will reconcile with your child's parents? Because people don't think
Yeah.
about that right now because they're in the middle of this drama.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's like, they broke up for whatever reason, they're not
Mm-hmm.
together. But then when things come down, and then when you're in another relationship, you start to see the
Mm-hmm.
relationship that you had, and you start to
Versus
miss
what you
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus you know when you're pregnant, and it's a fact, you got all these hormones going on and stuff like that. And what you might have thought was extremely serious to break up with that person, after you leave them, you're settled down, you're like, oh. And so now the person that you're dating now is now attached to you, probably attached to your kid, and now they have to step aside because there's baby daddy. So, how does that work out? Vice
Yeah.
versa. Yeah.
So that's the
So,
other thing, that people don't try to resolve their
mhm.
issues, because whenever friends ask me for advice, they'll say, what do I do? What do I do? And then some people say, well, I'm just going to move. I'm going to
Mm,
go live somewhere else. I'm going to move to another state. And I always say, you need to deal with your issue no matter where you go, because wherever you go,
mhm,
there you are. And what
mhm.
does that mean? That it doesn't matter if you go somewhere else. Doesn't matter if you go to another relationship. If you go to another relationship, you're still the same person.
Right.
You're still going to have the same issues. And now you're going to have a child.
Mm.
And that's why you really need to look inside of yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
you need to understand yourself
Mm-hmm.
and what things contributed to the situation,
Mm-hmm.
so that you don't have that same situation happen again, or you can resolve the situation because now you have a child. You know, whether that means that you're going to be amicable, that you're going to be friendly to
Mm-hmm.
share custody of
Mm-hmm.
the child, or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, however you envision that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, everybody, there you have it. We have Miss Aime Alonzo, who is an actress, a director, a producer. She's done a lot of SAG work. She's been behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and everything you could think about. You guys follow her IMDb. Here it is right here. Follow her on her IMDb. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Um, and then of course Aime, and another thing I do is What's Up Wednesday. So if you want to come back on the show on a Wednesday, and then of course after some of this stuff breaks, and talk to us a little bit more, I would love to have you on here. I'd just like for you to come on. Period. Let's check it out. That'd be cool.
I love it. I love to be here with you. I enjoy talking to you, you know, on this platform, off this platform.
Yes, we have
And
fun, guys.
we
We
do. We have a really good
we
time.
laugh and we crack up, and this lady is so funny. She is hysterical. She has me rolling.
I know. It's,
Yeah.
you know, I always say, I'm not funny. What are you talking about? I'm not funny.
But when she says I'm not funny, for some reason it makes you laugh because she's in the middle of saying something that she's serious, but you're cracking up because it comes out funny, and then she's like, "I don't understand. What are you
Yeah,
what are you
wait a
laughing
minute.
about?"
That's not supposed to be funny. Yeah, but people tell me that all the time. They're like, "Yes, you're funny, you're funny." And so that's part of the reason why I wanted to do a comedy too, because, you know,
Mm,
so many people are saying, "Oh, you're funny, you're funny." I was like, "All right, let me explore the funny side
come,
of me, because
yeah.
I like to have fun." So,
I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. That was an awesome answer that you gave and everything. So, um, oh wait a minute. Tune into that was something else. I'm sorry. I'm talking like two different things, but it was an awesome. Look, my audience knows me. They know that I do this all the time. But it was
yeah.
very awesome having you on here. I would love to have you come back. Everybody, this is Aime Alonzo. Follow her. Follow her. Tell them where they can follow you.
Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. Yes, they can follow me on Instagram. It's at actress Aime Alonzo. And like I said, I started a YouTube channel. I just have some YouTube shorts. It's Everything Amy. So it's at Everything Amy on YouTube. And then also on Facebook, I have a fan page, which is actress Aime Alonzo. So if you just Google me, you'll see a lot of stuff
Yeah.
comes up. Even if you hashtag me, hashtag Aime Alonzo, you know, stuff comes up as well.
Oh
So
wow. Oh
thank
wow.
you.
Thank you so much for coming on. I'll talk to you later, guys. This has been the Dee Dee Walker Live Show. Mwah. Love you, Aime.
Mwah! Love you, Dee Dee. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, guys, this has been the DD Walker Live Show. I had so much having Aime. I told you I have a special treat. She's out there doing some amazing stuff. And on my What's Up Wednesday, that I usually upload on Wednesdays, so hit that notification so you'll know when my next What's Up Wednesday is. Okay. So, and I keep you guys informed. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted about the movie that she's the Mexico movie, the series that she's in that she's getting awards for, and all that other stuff. So I will definitely keep you guys posted. And of course, as you heard, I was like, oh, my alarm's going off. As you heard, I have invited her back several times. And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to this lady right here. You guys follow her. Those are two beautiful babies. My God, they're so small, but they look so, they're not only gorgeous, they're extremely intelligent. I could tell. Look at the way they look in it. It's like they know what's going on. They're like, they're like the perfect little family. So I love them, guys. So definitely check them out. Oh, check out Real to Real 360. That is an amazing YouTube, of course, everything Aime. Check them out. A new segment is coming to the Dee Dee Walker Live Show called Mama and Me. So that is coming pretty soon. And one more thing before I go, and it's the most important thing. I just want to say, I love you, man. All right, so let me do my outro. If I can find it. Where's my outro? Oh, there it is. There's my outro. Well, let's put a little music to it. Dang.